There's a girl trying to steal my heart and I'm tempted.
Find out more about the life and music of Marty Stuart all month long as CMT presents the Showcase Artist of the Month for April.
In her eyes there's mystery.
Music videos 24 hours a day. CMT. Now that's country.
I never think in terms of me being anybody's hero. I really don't. I'm still taking when any kind of compliment that even resembles that comes around. And what it does, though, is it points out to me and all my peers out there that, hey, you know, the tables have turned. They're looking at us now. And I think it's important the way we paint our canvas. And it really hit me. You know, you need to pay attention to what you say in every move you make out there. And it's unfortunate that we're human and people look at us and we're going to make grand mistakes, all of us, because, you know, we're just trying to live too. But I do understand that we have a little bit more responsibility than, say, some other people do. And we stepped up for the job, so that's part of it. But I think it's real important to know that country music has a real young audience these days. And if somebody looks at me and thinks that, you know, I've got something going, I think it's careful. My mom made a statement one time when I was a kid, informing my heroes in my mind. She said, it bothers me because all of your heroes are either outlaws or addicts or convicts. I thought I had great taste. I was on the road with a gospel bluegrass band called the Sullivan Family. And I called my mom and dad and I said, go out to the motel where they're staying, and there's a guy named Roland White that works in Lester's band, and offer them, you know, to come to the house and have dinner or whatever, just give them a real meal. And they did that, and in turn Roland said, we'd known each other from bluegrass festivals, and in turn Roland said, well, if you're ever in Nashville, you know, give me a call, maybe you could ride along on the road with us. So to make a long story short, I got kicked out of school because I was reading a country music book inside of my history class book. And my teacher said, if you get your mind off that garbage and get it on the history, you might make something out of yourself. To which I humbly replied, well, I'm more interested in making history than learning about it. Which, to the office, and my hair was too long. Thank you, ma'am. Best of service at the Waffle House. And so that's how it happened. And before I went to tell my mom I'd been kicked out of school, I called Roland and said, can I still have that invitation to come to Nashville? And he called Lester, and I said, sure. And I rode the Greyhound bus from Philadelphia to Nashville. And at that time, the old bus station was in front of the Ryman, just across the street. And I got off the bus at like 3 or 4 in the morning. I looked across the street, and there was the Ryman. And I took a long look at it. But I also stopped for a minute. I said, remind yourself where you just came from. And never get above that, because you came from a great place and great people. But at the same time, I knew I was never going to go back home. And I knew that was the front door to my future there. Oh, you want to see the bus? I'd be happy to show you the bus. This bus was done by the Hemphill brothers. And it is, we used to travel in Ernest Tubbs' tour bus. And this bus is kind of the son of E.T. It was designed along the same lines. Here you have a lot of work by the lady that does the embroidery on all the nudie coats, the Manuel coats, the Jaime coats. Oh, here's something that's real important. Vintage Travis Tritt and Marty Stuart No Hats Tour BC Headache Flowers. We have a few left if you all need some, so write me in care of the Grand Ole Opry and we can send you some. Nice leather work. This is Dolly Parton. This is Johnny Cash on a good day, back when he was on his diet. Actually, here's Dolly Parton. We love Dolly Parton. I love Dolly Parton to death. I want to invite you into my room. Come to my room. This is my room. Ta-da. This is the Hillbilly Boot Department. Here's a couple of things that are neat. I don't carry these on the road that much. I just thought I'd bring them out to show you. This is something I treasure a whole lot. Lori Morgan gave this to me on my birthday a couple of years ago. This coat belonged to Keith Whitley, and I wouldn't take $1 zillion for that coat. This suit right here is an old nudie suit in the early 50s, and this suit belonged to Hank Williams Sr. and it was given to me by Don Helms, who used to play in the band, the Drifting Cowboys. This is a suit that belonged to Nudie himself. As you can see, Nudie was a real character. He was a great dresser. I have a little guitar back there that comes in real handy at the end of the day to kind of make the day go away. So that's the kind of things you do. And if you just happen to run into a girl that wants to kiss you, that's fun to do on the bus. If any girl out there, some hillbilly picker says to you, want to see the bus? Say no. Unless it's me, of course, say yes. One more ride. This is absolutely, unquestionably, the home of country music. It's the mother church of country music, the Ryman Auditorium. First time I ever came here, I didn't get to watch, I got to play. The funniest thing, I encored. Lester put me on for a mandolin song and I encored. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if I'd done something wrong. I looked around, you know how everybody used to just gather up when you were playing on stage? It was like everything was going on, a lot of traffic. Acuff and his band, Tex Ritter and his band, just press, everybody just started coming in around me. We did it again. Got a big hand. I could see Lester going, I might have done the right thing getting this kid around here. He was loving it too. He was just beaming. Tex Ritter took his guitar strap and went, and got me on the back leg, said, pretty good day, youngin'. Oh, man, I never have been up in this part of the album. How about this? This song. This used to be a dressing room right here. You went in, that's where we always went. There was like 5 or 6 acts we packed into one dressing room. That's neat stuff. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. What a great seat this was. I'm so proud. It's unimaginable. Unimaginable what's happened right down there. I just saw Hank Williams up there. He's looking good, too. This is absolutely like going to church. It's like the church being put out of business for so many years and finally somebody believing and opening the door again. My heart is full. This is wonderful. Ta-da! I think it's a combination of time and influences. And finally, you look around you and see, you know, that there's already somebody that sounds like a Garth Brooks out there. There's already a Dwight. There's already a Travis. There's already a Trisha Yearwood, a Reba McEntire, Pam Tillis, Lori Morgan, Sammy Curtis, whoever. And you think, well, what's me? And you look inside of you and just kind of draw your best points out, I guess. In my case, I'm just basically a mandolin player that does a lot of other things. And I think it's finally showing your personality, finally showing your heart, finally showing what's on your mind. I think that's what makes you an individual. And you pray that the people out there understand and relate to it. The problem I've always had is it does not appear that I'm the guy next door. And I'm not your ordinary guy next door. But at the same time, this is, you know, this is my world right here. I'm as plain and simple as it comes. The more simple things are, the more I love them. And I think with the image and things, with the clothes we were wearing and the way we wore our hair in our band and the boots and tight pants and all that garbage when we first started, I think it really threw people. Because I don't think they were really looking at that as the normal way of life. And it wasn't. For some people, it was for me. I just lived in those terms. And the guy in Texas, I'll never forget the guy in Texas when we played Gillies the first time. Old guy stood there in front of the stage, old Texan. He had a long neck between his fingers like this, hooked in his pocket. He just looked at me and he'd shake his head. And he said, play The Wild Side of Life. And I played The Wild Side of Life by Hank Thompson for him. And in a minute he says, play a George Jones song. So I sang something by George Jones. He just shook his head. He said, you know any Bob Wills? and we played Ida Red. And after the show, he come up to me and shook my hand and says, "Hoss, I don't know what you are, but I like you." And that was pretty much the whole scenario for about the first 4 or 5 years. Just telling everybody, we don't bite. We're not that weird. We just look strange. We're good old boys, really. Usually I come to the Waffle House and put all my stuff on the table and just look at it. For the first time in my life, I've actually gone through all the stuff that I've collected down through the years and started getting in order. And what, you know, I love country fans because I'm one of the biggest country fans in the world. I mean, look, Patrick Ryan. This is a ticket to the first Johnny Cash show I ever went to in December the 1st, 1969. That pretty well changed my life. And autographs, you know, there's always such a thing about country fans and autographs, and I think you should always sign autographs if possible. It doesn't take but 2 seconds, and it makes somebody's, you know, day. This is something that I'm particularly proud of. This is a deed that was autographed by A.P. Carter, you know, the famous Carter family. This is especially incredible. Hank Williams' sister, Irene, gave me this. This is a receipt from a Texaco station in Montgomery, Alabama, signed by Hank Williams. That, you know, not but one of those on earth, probably. That's so cool. When I was with Johnny Cash, we used to work a lot of Billy Graham crusades. And these are the things I just found. I had no idea I still had these things. This is Billy Graham and George Beverly Shea, 2 people I love and respect a whole lot. And this was my first country music autograph. It came from Minnie Pearl. She played in my hometown in Philadelphia, Mississippi on the Court Square. And she was campaigning for a guy that was running for governor. And she came in the bank, and my mom got this for me. I was in kindergarten. I wouldn't take anything for that. Right after I first came to town, we did a show, and Jack Benny was on the show. And I got Jack Benny's autograph. So you're talking about the ultimate germ. I'm the ultimate germ. Fanfare ain't nothing new. They just got a different place to have it. These are things that mean, you know, probably nothing to a lot of people, but it's nice to have them in your files and your archives because they're irreplaceable. And it's just something to show for a trail that you've left behind. And there's a whole lot of love in that to me.
CMT Showcase Artist of the Month talks openly about his career.
I don't think I chose to play country music. I realized early on that it chose me. I feel like that was my calling in life.
Now that's country, and baby, that's my style.
Learn more about Marty Stuart all month long as CMT presents the Showcase Artist of the Month for April. CMT Showcase Artist of the Month speaks candidly about his personal life.
Well, there's always someone in my life, you know. There's people, I mean, just nailing it down to one person that would be kind of hard.
Hey, baby, don't you cry.
I think the bottom line is I'm more trouble than I'm worth.
Find out more about the life and music of Marty Stuart all month long as CMT presents the Showcase Artist of the Month for April.
Welcome to my office. This is my office, Waffle House. Good thing about this, early in the morning you can show up, look out over the church. That's a good reminder. You can see out toward Nashville. You're just kind of a bird's eye view of Nashville, and you can get your plan together for the day.
If Marty was to get a job here, I'd say he'd be good as probably a manager. He likes to sit back by himself and try not to be noticed as much as possible.
Actually, like to be the cook. Because if you can remember all this, when the Waffle House is really hopping, I mean, when it's really jumping, and you got all those chairs over there lined up, and everybody's wanting to get in, and there's already a bunch of people, when there's about 4 waitresses hollering at the cook, you know, scatter, smother, cover, fry, da-da-da-da-da, you know, and you can remember all that. Cooks at Waffle Houses are geniuses. I'd like to be one of those sometime.
He gets along real good with the staff. He knows a lot of the waitresses and everything, sits there and talks with them. A real good time.
This is in my neighborhood. I mean, people leave me tapes here at the cash register. I get messages here. It's like, you should see my kitchen. In the microwave, there's a stack of tapes. My refrigerator is a bunch of Coca-Cola. That's about it. So I get fed here. It's a good way to start the day, honestly. But what you get at places like this is one-on-one with real people. And that jukebox over there, you know, every time I'm thinking about a song, I think, will it fly on this jukebox here? Because it'll fly there. Chances are it'll fly in a pickup truck or in somebody's living room, too. This is one-on-one with America right here. And you see a lot of, you know, working folks here. And that's what you need to see when you're making music, because it keeps you in tune with what you are and what the music should be. Oh, there she is with the bad news right there. 346. Pleasure. Ultimate pleasure for 346. I dedicated the new album to all the Waffle House waitresses in America. Thank you very much. Cheese omelet.
April showers bring Marty and a big dog sitting in flowers? Marty Stuart, CMT Showcase Artist of the Month for April. CMT Showcase Artist of the Month, Marty Stuart, speaks out on country music.
I look at country music like it's a crusade out there. We're well on the way to being a global friend. And I'm not going to quit till I'm on first-name basis with the earth. That's my goal in life, to have a handshake with the rest of the world.
Share some rare private moments with country superstar Marty Stuart as CMT presents the Showcase Artist of the Month for April. CMT's Showcase Artist of the Month, Marty Stuart, speaks candidly about mortality.
I think about people that I started playing music with, 20 years ago. A lot of them are dead and gone now. The road ate their lunch. Or they were foolish, or they died, unfortunately, however, or naturally, whatever. They're gone. A lot of my dear friends are gone. The main thing to me is to be able to leave a life and a body of work behind me that's respectable, that has a bit of dignity about it, that can serve country music after I'm gone.
Here's the scoop on CMT's April Showcase Artist, Marty Stuart. Marty is 5'7". His favorite musical group is Buck Owens and the Buckaroos. His favorite song is Jumpin' Jack Flash by the Rolling Stones. Marty spends his free time collecting country music memorabilia, and he has always known that he was meant to spend his life making music. Catch Marty's latest video, Kiss Me I'm Gone, from his brand new CD, Love and Luck. You can write to Marty at Marty Stuart Fan Club, P.O. Box 1106, Tinley Park, Illinois, 60477.